Well, the NFL season is just a day from opening kickoff, and while winning might be the first priority for a lot of players, staying healthy comes in a very, very close second. One common injury among players on the gridiron is knee injuries, but now Tech TV's Michaela Pereira is here to tell us that technology might be able to help, and none too soon. Michaela.
None too soon, Stephen. There are few things worse for an athlete than a knee injury. I know it certainly ended my illustrious career. It could bring a quick end to a season, and in some cases, even a career. New technology may help prevent those injuries. We went all the way to Australia, where they have their own brand of football, to see just how it works. Glenn Robinson, an up-and-coming Aussie rules football star, has watched 6 teammates undergo complete knee reconstructions this season alone, and he does not want to be next.
You're always jumping and always having contact with the ground. You don't really have time to think about the right angles and stuff.
And thanks to that strange brace on his knee, Glenn and dozens of other Australian athletes don't have to. This knee sleeve from the University of Wollongong uses electronic sensors sewn into a smart polymer fabric to teach athletes how to jump and land properly.
Instead of just being a fabric which doesn't do anything electronically, I can now coat this fabric, and when I stretch it, it changes its electronic conductivity. And so that is a direct biofeedback to the athlete that you've got the right angle on your knee.
Normal, stretchable Lycra, fabric like this, goes through a chemical soaking process, infusing it with the new electronically sensitive polymers.
We monitor any electronic changes in that textile during the movement, during the positioning of the knee.
Can you feel anything pulling?
Once the device is calibrated to the right position for a specific athlete, sensors on the athlete, in the floor, and motion detectors in the lab pick up everything. It'll detect when a landing angle is good or not so good. Training to avoid a catastrophic knee injury.
If we can get them to bend their knee more, we may be able to protect the knee against those injuries.
Okay.
Very good.
A beep tells Glenn when he gets it right. All right, well, check these numbers out, Stephen. Roughly 1 in 3,000 Americans suffer these kinds of devastating knee injuries. This technology certainly could have global implications.
Very, very interesting. And what it really does is guide you to biomechanical excellence. It doesn't prevent the injury.
Absolutely.
Big question here, though, is anybody distributing this in the United States yet?
Well, word is so far that Nike is interested in this knee sleeve technology, but even without a major interest like Nike behind it, we could obviously see some of this technology being used and athletes using things like the knee sleeve here stateside probably within the year.
And it also raises the question of, can you slide it over your elbow or your wrist or anything?
Exactly. Wait for uses like the elbow and the shoulder, probably a wrist version next. Also, the U.S. military and the Australian military also have both shown interest. They could be able to remotely monitor their soldiers, not just their whereabouts, but things like their vital statistics, their heart rate, respiration, etc. There's obviously so many uses. We might even see it in consumer uses at some point, Stephen.
This is very interesting and a terrific report.
Stuff.
Michaela Pereira, thanks for telling us about it, and I'm glad to say that pro football's loss is our gain here in broadcasting.
Thanks, Stephen.
Sophia.
Well, the first